What's going on YouTube? It's Diver, and today we're going to be taking a look at the XR2 and the M8A7 in Black Ops 3 and see which one prevails as the king of the burst weapons. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So first, we're going to start out with the XR2 because, well, it's one of the first ones you unlock. The XR2 is great in my opinion. The damage is significantly higher, as well as the fire rate is significantly higher than that of the M8. But where it does lack compared to the M8 is the range and accuracy, but you can make up for both of them when it comes to the attachments. Now when it comes to the optics, I love running the ELO sight because the iron sights on the XR2 are pretty subpar, but you can deal with it if you really need. Now, what I recommend running is the quick draw, stock, and long barrel. Quick draw and stock will give you ample amount of accuracy to get up to the level of the M8. Now when you put on long barrel, it really does increase the range, so you're right about where the M8 is, almost a little less. Now where I see people putting a problem when they run this weapon is they put rapid fire on it, but the fire rate on this weapon is actually pretty good, especially considering it's a 3-round burst. You can get more bursts out quicker than you could the M8, and its one bursting capabilities are phenomenal. I find myself one bursting with this weapon so often. Now when it comes to accuracy, like I said, it is recommended that you run these attachments to get the accuracy up to its optimal standards compared to the M8, and the power and damage on it as well, those will be fine at most gunfights. Now the ammo capacity, I'm going to give it to both weapons because they're both burst weapons and they both have different cycle rates. One is a 4-round burst with the M8 and one's a 3-round burst with the XR2. So you can't really pinpoint which one has better ammo capacity. It all depends on how much of a good player you are and how well you conserve your ammo. Now when it comes to handling, the XR2 is just like any other assault rifle. It handles clunkily and it's just overall an assault rifle. That's really all I can say about it. Now taking a look over at the M8A7, we're going to be taking a look at the M8A7, and the M8, looking at the damage, it's significantly less than the XR2 as well as the fire rate, but where it does prevail is the range and accuracy. Now we can of course up the damage and fire rate with some attachments, but first the attachment I recommend would have to be the ELO sight. Once you pop on the ELO sight, I recommend putting quick draw, stock, and rapid fire. Now putting rapid fire on this greatly increases your chance of winning a gunfight because more bullets cycle faster than they normally would. Now if you do want to slap on long barrel, then go ahead. You might have to sacrifice that 4th perk slot, rather one of your perks, just to put that 4th attachment on, but that is completely up to you. Now when it comes to the suppressor, I do not recommend putting on either of these weapons because both of them perform very poorly when you put suppressor on it, for they are assault rifles, so they will do that. Now when it comes to close quarter situations, I'm going to have to give it to the XR2 just for the simple fact that the XR2 has a faster fire rate and more damage, especially at close quarter situations. If you get all 3 bullets in, you can one burst pretty well. Now, one bursting with the M8 is a completely different story. You have to wait for all 4 bullets to hit, and of course, I'm going to have to give the one bursting capabilities back to the XR2 because there's less bullets to wait to hit on the enemy. Now, the M8 is a highly accurate weapon. That is why it's most popular among people in Black Ops 3, especially in the competitive circuit. It is very popular because of its accuracy, but the XR2 performs just as well in competitive, but it is not seen as much. Power and damage, like I said, it's about the same as the XR2 if you put the correct attachments on, but without the correct attachments, you're going to be losing a lot of gunfights if the other person has an XR2, depending on if they're accurate enough. Now, the handling on this weapon is, like I said with the XR2, it is an assault rifle, so it is a bit clunky. And like I said, it's an assault rifle. That's all I can really say. So with both these weapons, I do recommend running a sidearm, such as an LCAR9 or RK5. And if you're playing public match, I recommend putting on the Marshalls if you do have them. Those things slay. Tell me which gun you like better in the comment section down below. Personally, my choice would have to go to the XR2 just because I've used it longer than the M8, and the M8's a little bit overrated, so I like to be different and branch out to different weapons. But the M8 is still very popular. So, like I said, give me your opinion down in the description down below. My personal choice of the winner of this match is going to have to go to the XR2. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. Remember to go check out the channel. If you like the content, please click the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. But above all else, have a nice day. Peace.